Good morning, Zio here. We are going to talk about Overwatch 2, and apparently, people having issues with it on Twitter. So let's get into it, shall we? No, but seriously, this is probably going to be a shorter video. Of course, this is all happening Monday. You're going to see this on Tuesday or past that. But apparently people are upset over Overwatch, or some people are anyway on my Twitter timeline, that there's this idea of Overwatch 2 isn't going to allow you to bring things over like skins and voices and, character progression and all sorts of other things, right? And I thought I talked about this in a previous video, or at least started to mention it. Maybe I forgot, but we're going to do it here anyway, just in case. Because I may not, because there was a lot of things going on when it came to Blizzard related, especially this close to BlizzCon. Is going to definitely ramp up as we talk about the different games and other things. And, Blizzard with their Chinese overlords. But Overwatch 2, apparently there is a leak suggested that Overwatch progression and skins won't carry over to the sequel. Duh? Like, seriously. Did anybody think that was going to be a thing? Seriously? Like, seriously, I'm not joking. I'm on the Twitter, doing whatever at 6:30 in the morning, and there are people that I'm looking at going that they're upset over. But yeah, there are people upset that the fact that progress isn't going to carry over from Overwatch to Overwatch 2. Anyway, so when it comes to the idea of Overwatch 2, is it necessary? No. Blizzard does not need to make an Overwatch 2. Yes, Overwatch itself isn't doing so good, and they need to breathe some life into it. And this is where I thought I had talked about it at one point, but I may have not and just thought about it and forgot to actually get around to it. But when it comes to Overwatch versus a second Overwatch, what they're adding into Overwatch 2, especially if they're not going to show off new characters or something, or, I don't know, show off a new engine or upgrade the graphics or anything like that, change any of the big things that would require a brand new game, like, the graphics, for instance, the art style, that sort of thing. See, that might require a Overwatch 2, although not necessary. If you look at Riot Games, also owned by China, of course, if you look at Riot Games and you look at League of Legends, who played League of Legends way back in the day, back when it first started and there wasn't as many heroes and stuff like that? Now, take a look at League of Legends now. If you hadn't done that, of course, go look it up. Google it real quick. Google past league versus current league. They did a graphical upgrade as well as add a lot more into that game. See, normally when games do upgrades like that, it's a League of Legends 2. They have all the things that they need at that point to just build a new game and ship it out as League of Legends 2. But they didn't. Strangely enough, Riot decided instead of making a League 2, they just updated massively their existing client, their existing game. And that allowed players like myself to keep stuff that we had bought out of the store, skin-wise and other stuff, which was great. That's a great thing to have, because now you're not having to lose all that because they know you're going to lose it. There's not a whole lot of games out there that let you carry over progress from a previous title to the new title without jumping through some kind of hoops or making it slightly, not the whole thing, like bits and pieces. Like, I think there's an Assassin's Creed game out there that lets you, gain some bonus things if you played the original title or the previous title or something like that. Mass Effect does it. They don't let you bring over your guy, as in the state that he was in the previous title, but they do give you extras for playing the previous title. This way you can jump in halfway through the series and not be, behind everyone else trying to play it and stuff like that. And let's see, other games. Golden Sun. It's an old RPG on the Game Boy Advanced. I owned the first one and never got any of the others. Great title, by the way. That also had a system where you could transfer items and things over, from the previous ones to the others, because if I remember correctly, it was 4 cartridges, 4 games. Or at least that was the idea behind it. 4 games. It was large enough for 4. But it was also an RPG. And it was telling a story in pieces, which meant you had to transfer things along. But yeah, there are games out there that allow you to do similar things. And those are different styles of games. But when's the last time you saw Mortal Kombat allow you to bring all your unlockables over with you? I've never seen that before. I mean, maybe it did happen somewhere and I missed it. But, games like this don't typically let you carry things over like this for people to be upset about it or to, be bummed out about it. Just like, duh, what exactly were you expecting? What? Now, as for Overwatch 2, is it necessary? No. From what little I have seen of the leaks and stuff, it seems to be the exact same game that you currently own, except for it has the added bonuses in it. What were they? PvE, the leveling system, the PvE and PvP, and so far no new heroes possible to show off. Now it may not. Of course, Blizzard can always change their mind on whether or not they're going to show off anything new or a new system altogether that can't be added to the game. But, from what you are looking at, from what few of the screenshots, the leaks that are out there, for the most part, Overwatch 2 doesn't need to happen at all. It really doesn't. It is early in the morning, and I have to leave as soon as I'm done with this. I need my coffee. But, Overwatch 2 literally is a reset key. And this is where my opinion from the previous video comes in again. But if I didn't say it, I meant to say it. It feels like that doing an Overwatch 2 is purely a reset key. This reset key is going to go ahead and reset the loot box system, what you've got unlocked and everything else, allowing Blizzard to sell you more surprise mechanics at a discount or whatever. As soon as you buy the game, and you'll have like the legacy bundle or something because you were part of the OG on the original game and stuff, or they'll discount this, that, and the other, maybe throw you a few things here and there. I guarantee that's probably how that's going to play out. But, other than that, there's no point to being in Overwatch 2. And my one and only example that is a pretty good one about this is League of Legends. If they can do a complete overhaul in their system, why can't Blizzard do it? It's been done. It's done by another company. And this company is also owned 100% by China. So, there's no excuse there other than to make more money from it. But if League of Legends can go ahead and, do an overhaul on their system, upgrade their graphics, change everything out on that front, and still let players keep all their stuff because there's no need for a League 2, then why can't Overwatch do the same thing? This PvE system, right now Overwatch is PvP, right? This leveling system, this PvE system, why can't it go into, current Overwatch? If you're not going to do any graphical upgrades or anything else like that, which would be like the bare minimum, in my opinion, to make an Overwatch 2 graphical upgrade or something like that, a change of the style, like League of Legends did, except for they didn't make a League 2. Blizzard literally isn't doing anything. It looks like they better show something off at BlizzCon that shows they absolutely had no other choice but to make an Overwatch 2 because it needed to be done in order for everything to function properly. Because if they don't do any of that, and I'm going to go ahead and let you know now, they're only after trying to make you spend as much money as possible on this game. That's it. They don't care what you've unlocked. They don't care how much time you've put into the old one. If they did, they would have done a content update, a DLC, an expansion, something like that for regular Overwatch, instead of forcing you to buy a second one altogether. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.